Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we proudly present our spectacular show of podcast magic and imagination full of Disney wonder, news, and pop culture. It's the Main Street Electrical Podcast with Jenn Dave and David Dollar.
Merry Christmas, Jen.
Merry Christmas Day.
It's the Main Street Electrical Podcast, and we are 2 days from Christmas. It is, as you would say, Christmas Eve. Of course, you would say that if you were 70 and a grandparent, or 5. Somewhere in the middle, you don't say that,
Except that we do say it.
That we do say it, so why not? Of course we do. And so, Jen and I are here with the Major Electrical Podcast. It's Christmas time, our Christmas episode here, and we are here with the Feliz Navidad of them all. That is, of course, the IAmGeek guys. IAmGeek, we got Chris, we got Catron, we got Ryan. Hey, guys.
Hey!
Hey! Ho, ho, ho. Making your third appearance on the podcast, which is pretty exciting.
I think this is our third timer. No, they're tied with Christine now, I think.
Christine's been on 5 times.
Oh, man. We got some catching up to do.
Well, we don't get the jacket yet?
Not yet. We're getting there.
Okay.
If you count the number of episodes, I think the Imagineers have been on 5 times, but theirs are like 2 parts
but
here.
Yeah,
and 3
but those
parts
are 2
there,
parts.
So
those are like
those
2
are
parters.
like multiple part episodes,
like,
whatever,
yeah.
so it sort of counts. But
yeah.
But no, the IAmGeeks 3 episodes on their very own. So the first time we've had guests on our Christmas episode, so it's exciting. It's history's being made all around. So we're going to talk about Christmas gifts tonight and the things that we want to get in our own Christmas stocking because you know what? The 5 of us, we're giving people. We give all year long. It's time for us to be selfish and want something for our very own. So we'll come up with our Christmas list with a few random things. Maybe we'll throw up on Amazon as wish lists or whatever. But we'll get to all that. I'll start with you, Catron, first. How did you Disney this week?
Well, funny you should ask.
Yes.
So I Disney this week by planning a Disney trip.
Yes, you did.
The best
Very
way.
Nice. Awesome.
So we're going next December.
Oh,
So
okay. Well,
I like to
good.
plan ahead. But it's really cool because we're planning it to go with one of our nieces. She doesn't know she's going yet. She's going to find out. It's going to be her senior trip, and because her family doesn't really want to go. So,
Oh, well, there you go.
So we're going. We're like, you want to go with us? And she's like, yeah, but she doesn't know she's actually going. So it's
Love it.
super exciting.
Love
love
that. Love it. Ryan, how'd you Disney this week? And I think you have a story for us here.
I have a story to tell.
Oh,
Sit back and
sit
relax.
back, kids.
Oh, thank goodness Ryan's gonna talk.
So, yeah, I never talk. So my wife and I are going to Alani in just a couple of weeks. For our anniversary. Our anniversary is the 29th, and we're going
How many years?
January 20th anniversary.
Congratulations.
Oh, that's
awesome.
amazing.
Yeah, 20
Yeah.
years.
Congratulations.
She still lets me stay around, so that's good.
They still mostly talk to each other.
Yeah, that's right.
She
But
must have
we're-
gotten married when she was 9, 10.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
crazy.
Yes.
She's from Alabama, so
There you go. Yep.
no.
Ow.
She's your cousin. Gotcha. Okay.
yeah. Anyways, so we're going to Alani for our 20th anniversary, which you think that would be the big news. That would be the
course,
cool
yeah.
Disney. You would think. But
Absolutely.
You would think.
you would think. But so we've had this planned. Of course, we're DVC members, so I had to plan the room.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And then we couldn't get the plane tickets when we planned the room because they weren't available yet. So we went to get the plane tickets. My wife got them, and she goes, "I have some news. I couldn't get the plane tickets on the same days that we're going to be there. So we're going to be there a day early, and we're leaving a day late." And I was like, "Oh, well, I mean, if we gotta do that, we gotta do that." So I called DVC, and they're like, "Sorry, there's nothing available, so we can't extend your stay." So I found us a room for the first day. But then the last day, I'm like, you know what? We could stay in Hawaii for another day. Or I can look and see how the flights are. Because she had us flying out and we were flying through Oakland. And I'm like, I don't want to go to Oakland. So I'm like, let's see what LA is like. So I looked and I'm like, this is cheaper. It's cheaper to fly in LA the day we check out of Alani. And we can stay over a day and it's even cheaper. And so in the middle of the night the other night, I'm like, let's just go to Disneyland. because I've never been to Disneyland before.
Hey-o.
And I'm like, I would be
There you go.
happy. I'm like, I would be happy if we just went to downtown Disney and I saw the gate. I saw where Walt built. I would be happy. And my wife looked at me and she said, because I didn't think we could like get all the tickets and everything. She looked at me and said, we're not going to Disneyland and not going in Disneyland. So I was like, are you serious? I'm like, yeah. So I looked up and I was like, if we pay a little more, we could get a park hopper. And the parks are just side by side.
Right.
So
Yeah.
so let's upgrade. And then I'm like, we'll only be there one day. Maybe we'll just do Genie Plus. So we did that too. So we are going to, we fly in.
That is fantastic.
All the
Like at
bells and whistles.
Yeah, we fly in at midnight.
Mhm.
So we'll go straight to the hotel, get some sleep and wake up and then go the full day. And then the next day we'll fly back to Houston. So I'm super, like I had a tear in my eye.
Mhm.
Yeah, because I've never been. So
You're going to see Star Wars Galaxy's Edge and Avengers Campus in the same day.
I know.
It's gonna be
that's
like-
awesome.
It's going to be so cool.
Oh my gosh.
so
you're
excited.
I just like that he called me up and he's like, "What? So what's driving like there? What's traffic like?" I'm like, "Oh, you're gonna have fun."
Well, hopefully, since we're flying in like at 1 a.m,
I
it shouldn't
mean-
be
It shouldn't.
too bad.
Should.
In theory, it should be fairly.
Yeah,
Of course, you're
it
from
should be
Houston, right?
fine.
Yeah.
So yeah, traffic is not usually typically great there either. So you're
No.
gonna have a taste
Right.
of it.
That's
I mean,
true.
LA's got some of the worst in the country.
I
but
would
Houston's not
so
great.
much rather drive in Houston. Than
I think anybody would rather drive in Houston than LA.
Well, I mean, Jen's perspective is basically a horse and buggy. For the Amish country, it's, that's true.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's
when,
about my speed, obviously.
when it-
so-
That
it's
might
spend
be
time with the
faster in
horses.
LA.
when
I'd
you
be
have the
actually-
horses, they all get
Quite
be.
honestly,
Maybe.
then you can bypass the traffic in LA
Mhm.
if you get in the horse
Yep.
and buggy. So I got that going.
Yeah.
All right, Chris, top that story. How'd you Disney this week?
Well, I didn't really necessarily Disney this week because we Disneyed it up
Oh, well,
like
okay.
a couple weeks ago.
Of course.
and we went on to Disney Wonder
Nice.
to Mexico.
Mm.
And that was- Mexico. To Cozumel and Costa Maya. We took my wife's parents on a Disney cruise. Her mom's been on one. Her dad has never been on one, but we love Disney cruises. They're so relaxing.
Fabulous.
And it's just you eat everything.
Mm.
And I won a Disney trivia. I won at Disney.
He's very proud of
trivia.
this.
Fantastic.
I'm
Look at
very proud
that.
of this. I'm very proud of this.
That's a major
Nice.
award.
I got the medallion. It is. It's a major award. I'm hanging this in the window for all the neighbors to see. But it was
You won a major award.
yeah. TV Tunes trivia right there.
Oh, that's
yeah.
great.
Oh, nice.
Great.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's good stuff.
Because I watch a lot of TV. But I mean, this week technically Disneyed a little bit by going to see SpiderMan. No Way Home.
Yeah, we all did that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone did that. Everyone in the
That's
world
everyone in
did
the
that.
world.
Except for Jen. Jen has
Except
Yeah.
for Jen. I went to see.
Ah.
I saw West Side Story.
Ah.
Jen, you're
they,
gonna love.
they had that on the
Spider-Man
Disney
so much.
cruise, and I didn't even go see West Side Story.
Oh, it was beautiful.
I could go for
and
free. I didn't even go
tragic.
see it.
It was
Oh.
beautiful and tragic, and I bawled. It was.
Yeah, I wanna,
Oh, that's the same. You could say the same thing about Spider-Man: No Way Home. It
I
was
mean,
beautiful and
probably.
You
tragic,
could.
and I bawled.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and that's the same thing for me. I saw Spider-Man No Way Home this week, and it was just it met every expectation. It blew every expectation. It's my favorite movie of the year. I have seen new to me this year. I've seen 192 films, and I think 65 of them are from 2021. No Way Home is my favorite film of this year. It is
Wow.
fantastic. I cannot wait to see it again. So yeah. So Jen, how did you Disney this week?
Wow, like all of my Disneying is boring now after all of this. I mean, geesh. No, I actually was tweaking some of my dining reservations for my New Year's Eve trip. Well, not just New Year's Eve, but my New Year's trip as a whole.
Right.
So I just tweaking in there a little bit.
Yeah, it's
Because
been a couple
it's
weeks
never
since
done.
Jen's been there, so I mean we've been praying for her to survive, and thankfully she'll get to it. Which is exciting.
It's been
Some
hard.
prayers
It's
for
been
Jen.
hard.
Yeah.
I mean, what can
We
I
have
say?
like a little glitter pixie dust ribbon we wear sometimes
Aw.
on behalf of Jen, just for her. Remember
Would you like us to send you some pixie dust ribbons for like when
Exactly.
I can't be there?
Right. We can all
Never
wear
forget
that.
Yeah,
3 weeks
just like
Jen
for
went without
support.
going to the Grand Floridian.
Yes.
I am, and actually, I can't stay at the Grand Floridian this time. We're at Bay Lake
Oh.
Tower.
They kicked you out.
Oh,
Bay Lake
man.
Tower.
Yeah, we just, yeah, the
Spring
availability,
break.
our points for Bay Lake Towers.
Enjoy Panama City Beach, high-rise spring break. It's a beautiful resort, but that's what it reminds me of, a spring break at Panama City Beach, because it's just
Yeah.
one tall tower. One tall tower. So, guys, let's talk about the Geeks real quick. How have you guys been doing? You got some good stuff. You guys have the podcast coming out every week. It sounds good. And you guys been traveling a lot. You got Alani coming up and everything. So, any news from the Geeks to report? Anything big happening with the show? Any revelations? Things to reveal?
We are changing up the format a little bit in 2022,
Okay.
where basically each week we're sort of dividing up into I Am and then our geeky things. So it'll be like 1 week will be I Am Star Wars, 1 week will be I Am Marvel, 1 week will be I Am Disney, and then the last week will be I Am Legend, and it's going to talk about all kinds of paranormal and
Not the movie I Am Legend.
Right.
fun
Yeah,
stuff,
nothing.
Oh,
We're just
wow.
mostly
like
talking Will
legendary
Smith.
stories.
It's
Yeah,
all
just
about Will Smith.
Yeah.
So
Welcome to Earth.
Yeah. So we'll have for each week, we'll either have a guest on that has to deal with that subject, or so you know what you're getting into. You know,
That's
the first of the month
awesome.
it's going to be one thing, and the second of the month, so forth. So we're gonna a little more. What's the word I'm looking for?
Organized.
Organized.
And you know what to expect. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that. That's a
Loves it.
great idea.
I am friends with one of the Alabama ghost chasers here in the state. So,
Oh,
like, they go
cool.
around to different parts of the state and they track ghosts. They chase ghosts, track ghosts, whatever. I'm happy to put you guys in touch with them.
Yes.
I don't know if they'll do the show or
that'd be cool.
show. I have no idea, but ask and see, and why not? I mean,
Why not?
Sure, they talk ghosts and everything. Of course, I've met Catherine Tucker Wyndham, who used to write all the Southern books, 13 Alabama Ghosts, 13 Georgia Ghosts, 13
Oh,
Florida
wow.
Ghosts. I've been to a few of the ghost sites in Alabama. Very creepy, so yeah. Although she's like probably dead, so I don't know if you can get her on the show. But anyway,
Well, I
She's a
actually
ghost
have a
herself.
live person who used to film a
Oh.
ghost show.
Mhm.
And
Oh.
she has some creepy
Ooh.
stories, I'll tell you that much.
Oh,
very
there we go.
There you go.
And he's alive.
Oh, good. That's always good.
That is good. That's going to help
Bonus.
That's going to help his appearance on the show. That will help
Yeah.
him get that
Yeah.
Zoom call, which is
Yeah.
nice.
And he's
Yes.
done podcasts, so he would
There we
he
go.
would be a good fit. See, there you
Yeah,
go.
even better.
Perfect.
So this is Christmas, and of course, last year Jen and I did a great little show. It's a fun little show. We kind of gave our Christmas list, and and again, we're all givers on this show. We all 5 of us, we're givers. We've given to the
givers.
community. We've given back. We've just done so many things for out there, and it's time for us to look inwardly and say, you know what? What do we want?
What about
do
me?
What do we want to have under our tree? So we all came up with our own lists of 5 outlandishly crazy things that we would never get because we could never spend that much money on ourselves. I could never justify to my wife some of the things on this on my list. But you know what? If somebody's out there like, you know what? I got $75,000 burning a hole in my pocket. What am I going to spend it on? I think I'll buy David Dollar that one thing he mentioned on the podcast. I mean, it could happen. I don't think it will, but it could.
You never know.
You never know. You never know. Never know. So we're gonna kind of go around the room, and we got everybody's got their own top 5 list. We'll start with Catron. Give us your 5 or whatever what order you want to go on your list of something on your Christmas list this year that is just probably not going to buy for yourself, but if somebody bought it for you, it wouldn't be a bad thing.
So one of the things I really want, and I've thought about working on this myself, but I just can't figure out how to do it because I'm not a carpenter or anything like that. But I want a Star Wars themed room, but a theater room. So it would look like a room in a ship or a cruiser or something like that. But it would be a decked out theater room, sound system, everything. No idea how much that would cost just to have all of those cool little panels and lights and things going and buttons that you could push to make things come out of the ceiling or up out of the ground.
Yes.
Or, all those cool things. So I think that'd be pretty cool.
I love that. That's
great.
that's pretty great. It would be cool to have like what room design would you want specifically if you had the resources or could build that room? Like what would you go after?
Yeah, so I have a room in mind at my house. It's like we have a bonus room that we've said let's change it into a theater room. So I mean, it would just I don't know. It would just look like almost maybe not a hallway, but just a room in probably the Death Star or something that that has like the thing about Imperial or the Empire is everything is clean and sharp looking, right? It's all glossy, and so it would be like that. Glossy walls and panels, and maybe a jail over here to put my kid in when he's bad. Trash compactor for trash. And
I thought they smelled bad on the outside. They
That's
do.
right.
You can see Jabba's palace have the trap door.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
You just push a button, they
Yes.
disappear.
Yes. Go downstairs. Yeah. Go to your room.
All right, Ryan, what's on your list?
Oh man, that was a good one. I sort of want that now.
Yes,
Okay, I'll
we all
start with
do.
this one because I know Jen is going on it, but I would like to stay in the captain's suite on the Galactic Star Cruiser twice.
Not just once.
No, that's fair.
because the first time I'll be part of the Resistance, and then the second time I'll be part of the First Order.
There you go.
Get both sides.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, also that first time, anytime you go to a place like that, the first time you're kind of feeling it out a little bit. You're there for a couple of days, but you might take a half a day to kind of figure out what's happening, what's going on, what to expect, that kind of thing. So, a third of your time is just wandering around, figure out what to do. You go back there a second time, you know what to do. You're going straight in. You have everything set and planned, and you're good. I love that. Love it.
So,
All right,
fingers crossed.
Maybe.
Well,
It just so happens.
Woo!
I have an envelope.
Chris, what's on your list?
Well, honestly, I'm not copying Catron.
I'm sorry.
I really wrote this down, but it's a little twist to it, because I also would love a movie theater room.
Ooh.
That's specifically designed like something. So my wife and I've talked about for years. In our attic, we have a huge attic, and it's not built for living like at all. Like there's not even floors or anything up there. There's like a small space, but like we could definitely fit a room up there if we built on. And so it would be great to have a movie theater room with like a staircase here that led up. But see, he went Star Wars. I always thought it would be great to have a Bat Cave.
Oh,
myself.
Man, nice.
And especially if you got the stairs going up, you gotta have a bat pole coming down.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, with a bat suit and a big bat computer for the screen.
wow.
Yeah. That's it.
Just all decked out Batman.
Would the stairs be hidden behind like a grandfather clock?
Oh, that would be perfect. Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, if they're not, you can't.
It'd
do that.
have to be.
Push
yeah.
Like a picture somewhere on the wall, like a picture frame, whatever.
Well,
like the
and
pictures
just
rotate.
Yeah, it'd have to be the bust of Shakespeare. Where you lift the head up, press the button, it opens up, and you go up, and then you can slide down.
Let's do this. Let's do it.
Okay.
I think it's possible.
Done
I think
and
it can
done.
happen. It can happen.
Oh,
so
yeah.
I'll go, and we'll let Jen be last. The best for last, of course.
Oh, obviously.
Oh.
So, and we don't have room for this in our home, but if we ever decide to build a dream home, which may happen, I don't know, depending if Jen will pay me or not. And so, one of the things I would love to have a basement and an attic area. And the basement, or one of the other, whatever Stephanie wants, my wife, whatever she would get, she picks one of those, and that's her room. She can do whatever you want, craft room, or crop room, whatever. I don't care. I want to have a Lego room. I want to have and build out just a Lego town, like you would see at the end of the Lego movie with everything, but I want it even bigger. And I want to have the walkthrough. And the whole Disney component comes in is I want to be able to have an entire Disney World set up over here.
Nice.
And over here on this side, I want to have Hogwarts Castle in the distance. And over here in the corner, kind of in the air, there's the Death Star with a few TIE fighters flying around, and just and build like there's the train station, and there's the fire station, and the whatever. Just build onto it. Have this huge just Lego room with thousands of Legos and thousands of dollars in Legos. Stuff that I could never buy for myself ever, and maybe somewhere in the middle, if I decide to get crazy, I'll put a Thanos there, ready to snap his fingers, and maybe a Thor over here fighting or something. I don't know.
Nice. In the Friends Coffee House somewhere in the corner.
Yeah. You know what?
Yeah.
I've got a Friends Coffee House right there. I'm not gonna pick it up, but it's right there.
I have it in the other room. Yeah.
You mean
we also have
Jenny
the
has it, your
apartment.
wife has
Well, my wife has it. she loves 90s TV now.
Mhm.
Like she
Now.
doesn't watch it.
Oh,
in the
okay.
90s. She loves it now.
Well, one of the things on my
Nothing
actual
wrong
real
with that.
Christmas list is the apartment complex. The 2 apartments that are sold out. You can't.
We
find
have that.
Well, it's also like $160 too. And my wife's like,
Yeah.
I could handle you spend 60 on Friends, the Central Perk, but you're not spending $160 in a Lego Friends apartment. I'm like,
My wife didn't give me a choice. We bought it.
She talked to my wife.
Listen,
about the
90s
important things.
TV was great.
It was.
Yes.
So good.
Great.
Yep. I can't wait for
Saying.
them to come out with like Bayside or something to Saved by the Bell. You know, the Max on Lego and like crap
Yes.
all over.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Jen, what's on your list?
All right. Well, I started for my first one smaller because it's only like $600. It's the
Oh.
blonde's Mickey ears. And they're all like encrusted. Okay, they're not real diamonds, but
Right.
Oh.
they're all like bejeweled and beautiful and sparkly. And they've got a little peak. And they're just beautiful. So the blonde
Oh.
Disney ears.
The blondes.
The blonde.
that off my list now.
BLONDS. The
Is that a
blondes.
brand? Is that a group? Is that a Sweet
It's
Valley High
it's
thing?
like
Or
it's like
non-blondes.
it's like a designer. Let me see if I'll see if I can Google.
Oh, I've
them.
never heard of that. I've never heard of the blondes. I know Blondie.
Blondes,
It's an old cartoon.
ears.
It's an old comic strip.
There
not
they
blondes.
are. If you just Google the blondes,
Mm-hmm.
Mickey ears, they are. I can't show you because they're
Everyone,
over here, but
Google
they're
at home.
amazing. Everybody at home, Google. Yeah, they're fantastic.
Oh,
They're
I'll take your
amazing.
word
And
for
it's
it. but-
blondes with no E, just
Oh, I'm
BLONDS.
seeing them. Oh, yeah.
You see them?
Oh.
Oh
They
yeah.
have a widow's peak.
Exactly. It's got a widow's peak, and they're all like sparkly. I'd also do the Heidi Klum ears. Those are fabulous. But
So here's the thing, Jen. Those are those things that I look at that I'm like, that's really ugly. But
free shipping done.
Oh, sorry. There we go.
but Jen, you can pull that off. You can make that work. So yeah.
I think I can make that work.
Absolutely, Chris.
Oh,
Even
out
I
of
can
stock.
twin.
Out
We
of
can
stock.
be twinning.
It's out of
Out of
stock.
Perfect.
Out
Of
Of course,
stock.
yeah, they sold out
Too
within
late.
like minutes. They literally
late.
sold out like that.
Well, then you're
That's
never
what-
You
gonna
know,
get.
I could pull up my bedazzler and we can get
Yes.
that going.
Hot glue gun and some Walmart
Yeah.
googly eyes. This is what the terrorists hate
One-
us, by the
one
way.
trip to
$600 for
Michael's.
Mickey ears.
Yeah.
Yeah,
One trip to
for real.
Michael's and we got that.
We got
We
that.
got
for you.
it.
Don't worry.
I've been to Michael's and Hobby Lobby this weekend. I prefer Hobby Lobby. I'll be honest with you.
Oh,
Yes.
I do too.
Hey, Hector, what's on
yeah.
what's next on your list?
Next on my list, and I think I would, I went back and forth because I was like, I think might put these in the room, but I don't know. But I want some Doom buggy seats.
Oh,
Yes.
So I was like, those would make great theater chairs, right? It doesn't really fit in Star Wars,
well, I
but,
wouldn't fit in Star Wars,
so from the Haunted Mansion, of course. But
it could be your dining room
Amazing.
table seats.
yeah, that would work too.
Because you could have the
Yes.
dining room table from the Haunted Mansion.
The
and that would be
Haunted
the
Mansion
seats.
dining room table. There you go. Perfect.
It would go. It would go in my room. Look, I mean, I've got.
Yeah, I'm just here to solve
Yes.
problems.
I'm just gonna make it work. I love it.
Yes.
I love it.
All right. Ryan, what's next on your list?
All right, I would like prototype rocket firing Boba Fett, maybe the L slot version. It doesn't matter as long as it's a prototype. But
Really
right
real
now,
specific.
there's one I think on eBay with an asking price of $225,000.
Oh, man.
One sold in 2019 for $185,850.
Inflation.
That's right.
So this is one that was not released because they were afraid kids were going to get choked on it on the rocket that fired.
Right.
So it was never released. So these are prototypes, and they're.
Okay.
But I will never be able to afford one. But it's on my list because it's outrageous, and I want this little figure that cost, $200,000.
If you private message him, he'll give you his address if you would like to ship it to him.
Yeah, yeah.
Ryan will accept that.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
give me a
I'm sure.
drop in my DMs.
Just slide in the DMs.
Slidey.
Yeah, slide. Okay, I'm old.
Yeah.
I remember when the kids dropped in the DMs. I don't know.
You don't want
I'll
to
meet
drop
you
a
at Love
DM.
Speaking
AOL.
of dropping the DMs,
Yeah.
you have a new channel that
Yeah.
Oh, my new Facebook group.
You got a Facebook group, which
Commercial
we forgot
time.
to mention up front.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, we'll get there. We'll get
Yeah.
there.
Oh, see, he's got it. He's got
All
it. He's
right,
got it
all
all
right,
all
planned
right.
Stay
out.
tuned.
sorry.
We'll drop that
Stay
DM
tuned.
later.
Yeah.
Right.
Just hold on to it for a bit.
just
All right, Chris, you're up.
Okay. Well, I'm huge into collectibles and various things like that, of course. And they're the statues, like there's sideshow collectibles, which makes statues of just like anything and everything geek that you can think of, from Marvel to DC to Star Wars to everything. And there's one particular company, Iron Studios, that they sell, and they do 1/10 scale figures, and they did a whole line of Avengers Endgame characters.
Oh, wow.
Every one of them,
Wow.
like every character in that movie, which is a lot of characters. And so basically you could recreate the whole fighting scene from Avengers Endgame
Wow.
with all these
Them all.
statues. Yeah, I would want them all. Yes.
Well, if you're gonna collect them, you might as well get them.
Yeah,
all.
The hard part would be getting like almost all of them, and you're missing like 3 or something.
Oh.
You know, like one Ravager and
I mean,
Howard
it's,
the Duck.
and an orc.
they're like $150 to $200 a
Oh,
figure. So
that's
I mean,
not a
if
big deal.
everyone kind of like
Yeah.
kind of
Pitched in.
pitches
Yeah.
in
Together,
like,
everyone
Well,
pays
I'm in
one.
for one. I can't do any more
Yeah.
than one, but I'm in for one, so I think we can
Yeah.
do it. Sure, why not?
shouldn't
Doable.
be a problem. I mean, they even got Iron Man like down on his knees, mask off,
Yeah.
with his hand ready to like snap with all
So-
the gems on his arm.
Yeah, for those that
So
don't
cool.
have never seen these, I mean, they're not just statues. I mean, they're like in action
they-
poses, and it looks like they're
Yeah.
the cloth is moving and it's just frozen. You know, there's like it's this
Mhm.
action pose, and they're amazing. And some of them can change out parts, and
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh,
different
Different
heads and stuff. Yeah, they're so cool.
that's cool.
Iron Statue, is that the name of the Iron Studios?
Iron Studios.
Yeah, I'm looking.
Oh,
now.
he's buying you one right now.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I am. I am.
what a sweetheart.
Oh,
Oh,
that's nice. Unfortunately, most of those are sold out, but
Yeah.
eBay. It's all
Well,
about
here's
eBay.
Yeah,
what's on, here's
eBay.
what is in
Yeah.
stock. The Avengers Endgame Battle Diorama Series Iron Man. I guess I'll just have to get that one. So,
Yeah.
Well, if you have to.
if I have to. If I have to.
yeah.
I just sent Jen this. I'm gonna send Ryan this. You can disseminate to the crowd. Actually, I guess I can put it in the chat.
Oh.
This is apparently there is a special kind of figurine that you can purchase for Legos, and they're called like bear brick figurines. And there's one right now on Shop Disney that hold on,
I don't know if you get like it's right there. He's
Yeah,
right
I-
there.
Oh, I've
Pull
seen
them up on my
those, yeah.
phone.
Right,
Look at there.
Aw.
90th anniversary 1,000%
Yeah.
bear brick figurine, only $749.95.
Oh.
What's the deal?
It's a true original special collectible figure. It's fully sculpted, 1,000% sizing, posable, metallic silver color palette with a drawn-on tail, and apparently it's 27.5 inches high. It's a cool Lego-ish figurine, and I want it. I want it
27.5
for my office
inches
here.
high. That's tall.
No, sorry, 27.5 inches high. 27.5. So it's
Yeah.
8 inches high, basically. So it's
over
like
2
2.5
feet.
That's a 2
Yeah.
feet.
Wow.
Wow.
And Jen, it's reasonable. It's only $750. I think
That's
that you
it.
probably could do that. You probably could.
I
It's
mean,
less than the cost of
of course.
an annual pass. And it would go nicely on this
True.
big wall of stuff I have back here of crap that I just have piled up here and all my
Noted.
photos and stuff. So yeah. So I think
Noted.
this is great. I think it's a cool little Mickey Mouse treat, and I'm really digging it. And so Jen, if you want to get on that, that'd be great.
Okay,
So-
yeah. Let me.
I mean, I haven't seen my Christmas bonus in this year, so
I got you the Jelly of the Month Club
Oh, it's the
good.
gift that keeps on
Ooh.
giving.
Keeps
Laura.
on giving.
all year long.
All right, Jen, what's on your list?
All right. Next up, I think I'll do a night out on the Grand One Yacht, but I'm gonna bring my friends with me. So
Of
if you guys
course.
don't know what the Grand One Yacht is, it parks in the Grand Floridian, obviously, in the
Oh.
marina, and it is a yacht that you can rent out. You can get a private chef on board. There are bedrooms. I don't know that you're allowed to sleep over, but you can't. You know, they are there. You can take it out around Bay Lake. So obviously with the captain, it runs about $400 an hour. Last time I,
Wow.
Oh,
That's,
it's no
you
big
know.
deal.
Wow,
yeah,
We probably have to
mean,
cap you
I
out
mean,
about
like
10 hours.
10 minutes, we could do it.
yeah, exactly. Like it. So I just thought, like, I'd love
Would you
to have
settle for 10 minutes?
like just one, like, and I'm like, we're done. No. So anyway, I do think it's like
One
a
quick
4-hour
lap.
minimum, but
Oh.
yeah, but I'd love to have
$40
a party
get me.
with my friends on the Grand One Yacht. Nice.
I
You guys are all invited. You can
Can't
all
wait to
come.
go.
Oh,
I was gonna
Yeah,
say, am I a
come
friend?
on down.
I'm a friend.
Yeah,
Let's do it.
yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we'll podcast from the Grand One Yacht.
Ooh.
See?
On this,
you
on
can
the
write that
scene,
off in taxes
on
for
the
work.
site.
Right. Kids.
Well, I mean, we
Russ
have
is
to
like, "What is
experience
this?"
that because as a travel agent, we have to know what some of the stuff is like. So
I mean,
obviously,
obviously.
you write it off, and I'm sure if you'd subsidize 97% of it, that would be
Oh,
great.
97? Only just 97.
I can send out mission letters to help out for the rest of it. That would be cool, So, like we did in college, can you support me on my mission trip?
Right. I did that.
Hey,
Sell some
don't knock it. I
donuts.
went to New York City. I earned $300 in 3 days because I decided to go at the very last minute. Was invited to go, and I sent letters to the right people, and it happened, and it was awesome.
Nice.
Of course, I didn't have any money on the trip, but hey, I got
But
there.
you
It was
got
awesome.
there.
Got there. It's all that mattered. It's all that mattered. All right, where we at? Catron, number 3 on your list.
Number 3 on my list. This isn't. I mean, this is a thing. Okay, the Cinderella Castle Suite.
Oh, that's on my list.
Oh, yeah.
So staying a week in there, why not? And getting the MVP tour around. So at least the
Perfect.
Magic Kingdom. So
But
When
Oh,
it's
Mark's
Tom
not
Cruise
off.
are hanging out, or Johnny Depp are hanging out, you can just go hang out with him because apparently they go frequently.
Oh, wow.
I saw that Josh Gad was actually in the park like today or yesterday or whatever.
Oh,
and
was
took
he? I
pictures.
didn't see
He and
that.
his family had pictures and stuff, and so I'm assuming that he probably has seen the suite. So maybe you could bust up in there. It'd be nice.
yeah, why not?
oh, good.
So,
All right, Ryan, was that
All right.
on your list there?
It's on my list, but I've got backups because
as we are.
Yeah.
I figured that might happen. I'm going to continue from my last round. I had the Boba Fett figure, but I want a fully authentic Boba Fett full costume.
The
Oh.
Book of Boba Fett costume.
No, I want the
You want
You
the
was fitting
straight up
that one.
Boba Fett.
I want the straight up Boba Fett.
The straight up Boba Fett.
I think you could get one for around $4,000.
Oh,
So
Yeah.
not too bad. But yeah, I mean, so I could wear it. Plus, it could be on a mannequin in my room here.
scare the crap out of your kids too.
With, of course, if I'm getting the costume, I'd have to get the Han Solo and Carbonite to stand beside it.
Of course.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
As
Mhm.
one would.
yeah,
I can't explain it otherwise. I'm just saying, I mean,
Yeah.
as you would. That's
yeah,
Mhm.
Here's
as
what
you
said,
wish.
Jessica.
And
Dirty.
I would
Yeah,
probably
love it.
wear it all the time. I would just sit around the
Yeah.
house.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, you need to.
Yeah,
You
you
would
would,
need
you would
to.
never
I mean,
take
you
it
own
off.
it.
Before, then yes. So
Mhm.
yeah.
I mean, all you have to do is like put some lighting, some tinsel on it. You go to Christmas parties wearing it and stuff, and you'd be the hit of all the
Absolutely.
parties. And I can dig that. It'd be awesome.
yeah,
Mhm.
cool. There we go.
It's fair.
All right, Chris.
Well, I'm just simple. Just simple. I mean, I'm not a complicated man. It's one comic book. It's just one comic book.
Oh.
Just Amazing Fantasy number 15. Only around like $3.6 million or something since it's the first
Oh.
appearance of Spider-Man. But I mean, it's one comic.
Yeah,
It's just one
one.
comic.
I mean, I
I'm
feel
not
like you're
mad.
really just like lowballing here. I mean, that's.
I know.
You
I
could have asked for 2 or 3, but no, you asked for 1.
I know.
for
Just
one.
just the one. Yeah.
That's reasonable. That's completely
I think so.
reasonable.
I think it's
Quite
very
I
frankly.
think
honestly.
so. I think
know.
so.
You exercised restraint on that one.
I really did. Like I was like, I don't need a lot.
Mm.
Yeah.
I don't.
Well, I have Ultimate
Yeah.
Spider-Man number 1, so I don't know how that's going to get me or how far.
Oh,
along that's gonna
I
get me.
do have that. I have the first series, the Venom Lethal Protector. I have the first appearance of Gambit.
Oh, nice.
And
I have Rogue's first appearance. I've got that one.
nice. And I also have it's not in good condition, but it's the first appearance of Jean Grey as Phoenix as she bursts out of the
Cool.
water.
Oh.
I do
Very
have
cool.
that.
I used to be a big comic collector. I'm not so much anymore
Nice.
because now they're really expensive. They're like $5 an issue or more. And
Yeah.
I was buying them when they were like $2 an issue or whatever.
Mhm.
But one of my goals was, and I haven't actually addressed this in a while, but I would go to comic book shows and stuff like that. And my goal was to fill in all the gaps from X-Men 175 to the end of the initial run, like 500, 550, whatever.
Oh, wow.
And also every Fantastic Four from 100 to the end of the initial run, which is like 600 or something. Probably I'm missing maybe less than 100 issues of both runs.
Wow.
And I even said
Oh,
175 because I actually have 175, Uncanny X-Men 175, and a bunch of them from through there. The 200s is kind of where I'm missing most of them. But I think I've got like 320 through like 660, whatever the end of the run is. I've got all those.
Nice.
And so don't ask me why. It's a really silly little goal, but it's like I'm gonna make the run. I'm gonna collect it, and then eventually, maybe one day in my life, I'll start going back and collecting the earlier issues, of the Uncanny X-Men, all the way up to Uncanny X-Men #1 for a couple $100,000, I'm sure. Especially when the new ones start coming out in the MCU, the prices are gonna start going back up again, so. Good times with that.
Pretty much.
Going on what Jen had to say with the yacht, everybody has to have a place to stay. And so what I would love to do, and I looked at Grand Floridian, but who really stays there? The Polynesian is kind of where my jam. I love the Poly. And right now it's only a room for 4. And I'm happy to expand this out because I don't think they're selling bungalows yet because it's either they're sold out or it's just too far in the future because I'm talking about next Christmas. I'm thinking of taking a trip, maybe like the 23rd to January 2nd, both holidays, 10-day park trip with Park Hopper Plus option, Genie Plus service, Polynesian theme park view club level for 4. Right now it's coming in at around $23,000. I'm thinking maybe we can get when the bungalows that come out, probably double that price to maybe $44,000. But hey, bungalows hold up to 8 people. There's 5 of us here. Jen brings Brady. I bring Stephanie. One of you guys bring one guest. We'll just figure that out. You draw straws or whatever. Those are 8 people. We'll podcast from the bungalow.
Actually, it holds
awesome.
9. The bungalows hold 9.
Does it hold 9?
Hey,
Oh,
Yeah.
Very good.
it's a party.
There you go. Yeah, it is a party. Very nice. So yeah, we'll podcast from the balcony while watching the fireworks for the Polynesian bungalow. But I want to stay at the bungalows one of these days, and that's probably going to come in around $45,000 for a 10-day trip over Christmas and New Year's. So come on, why not? Why not? And Jen can throw in the VIP service since I'm paying for the room because I got that as a gift. She throws in the VIP service, and we're good. We're set. So, so somebody get me somebody get me a Polynesian room, club level, theme park view. That would be great.
Very
Jen.
nice.
All right. So for my next one, I'm gonna keep with that theme. I just switched 2 of them, and I put this other one up, another one. So I'm gonna say I would like a night at the Copper Creek Cabins because those are gorgeous also, and they have like this amazing fireplace. They run about in peak season just under 4,000 a night, like 38.61. It sleeps like 9.
Which is why you just asked for one night.
No, I would like multiple nights.
Right.
Oh no, I'm not just please. Just
Wow.
one night. No, if I'm gonna stay, I'm gonna stay. And then I'll just like pop over to Geyser Point because I think it's amazing.
Yep.
Obviously,
I'll be,
just a week. I'm just saying.
That's really not that too much to ask for. It's just
I really don't think it's a lot.
No, not at all.
I mean, I've got an
Not at
annual
all.
pass. I don't even have to buy tickets. Like whatever.
Well, I mean, the 3-bedroom Grand Villa holds 12 people. I mean, that's indeed. I mean, that's perfect.
Just saying. But, no, that's all I'm asking for. It's not a lot.
No,
That's
not
all.
at all. It's reasonable.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Thank
now I
you.
want to see if I can price this out just because I'm kind of curious.
Yeah, I couldn't get that. I was trying to pull up like an exact one and I couldn't get it to pull. So I just like looked up the average price per night and it's sometimes you can get it in the off season for like in the low 2000s.
That's
Ooh,
it's
wow.
chump change.
Oh,
I mean, so
if
then
you
I
wanna
could
go
like, stay
cheap,
longer.
Sure. I mean, I don't know if Brady would take you to those because he doesn't want to lowball his wife and be like, I'm taking you for the cheap, honey. Got these tickets at Dollar General,
These are
All
the
right,
expensive times of year.
Got 2 left. Casey,
2 left.
What's 2 on your list?
All right, so my next one, and this is a thing I made up, so I don't know how feasible this is, but it's an Alaskan cruise because I always wanted to go to on an Alaskan cruise, but themed as a Star Wars mystery game. So because this galactic cruise sounds like it's not going to be great.
Sorry. You want to go to have a Star Wars Alaskan vacation?
Because I want to go to Alaska and go on a cruise in Alaska.
It's like Hoth.
Oh, I I was about to say, like, it's hot.
Yes, but the ship be themed out, decked out Star Wars, and better than the galactic cruise ship, a starship, whatever.
Oh, it's not themed out like Star Wars, so you're good there.
Exactly. This is why I want this thing instead of that other thing. All right, so and there'd be some kind of mystery. You've got to solve this mystery. Sorry, that's around Star Wars. I don't know what the mystery would be, but find this mystery crystal or something. I don't know, but
I love it.
solve these problems. So.
Hosted by Admiral Akbar. I hope.
Yeah, sure. Why not? It's a trap.
You got to call Bob Chapek and tell him he can charge a premium for this, and Chapek will snap this right on up. He will get right on this.
Do you understand that would actually sell out, though? I mean,
Sure.
there is no doubt.
Oh, yeah.
This would sell out.
Show.
I can hear Chapek now be like, but does it really have to look like Star Wars? Could we just say it's Star Wars?
Can we just have some people in some costumes on the ship?
The only problem is you have to be careful when you go because it's daylight like a long time there.
Right.
So
That's true.
As long as that works in the story, it's okay, I guess.
Yeah.
But a lot of things in Star Wars movies are dark and
Yeah.
As long
as you
When
can
you
sleep
go
in a tauntaun.
inside the ship,
Yeah,
you could make
you
that
could-
happen.
blanket out. Yeah.
Well, see, and that's when you can do your hallways that are all crisp and clean with the lights and things like that, and have little robot going through whatever the robot's name is, zipping through there, and
Little mouse
so, exactly.
mouse droid.
I love
Can
it.
you sleep in a tauntaun? Because I'm all about
Yeah,
that.
they make the backpack, the sleeping bags that look like a tauntaun that you can unzip and you get inside
So
of
the
it.
beds would look
And
like
so you could
tauntaun.
have
Yeah.
rooms. You could have a Mustafar
Yes.
room, which is like heated at 95 degrees. You can't turn it down.
Alderaan.
Have a Hoth room
can't
that's freezing
sleep.
cold. Have a
Yep.
Naboo room with nice greenery and stuff. And
There you go.
One of them
with a
filled
picture
filled with sand.
Sand.
Get an
I hate
indoor
sand.
room. I think
I
we
hate
should
sand.
have
It's
an
really
indoor
coarse.
room.
It's really too coarse for me.
You could have a trash compactor room. It's like you got to lay and you're just like, I'm stuck.
And you could have a Jakku room where like you have to pay for everything in portions.
Little muffins.
Have a casino room where you try to free the horses or something. I don't know.
Oh, no.
And that would be the room that really that's the room that really doesn't matter and has no concept or
Yeah.
attachment to anything.
That's
The
right.
rest of the
Yeah.
No one really goes to that room.
Yes.
No one really cares.
Nerd alert! Right.
Oh wow!
All right,
We just
so-
went deep, by the way.
Yeah,
That's
we
right.
did.
We're doing it.
So I've had to change this one, because first I had the Cinderella castle suite,
Oh.
but then Catron took that one, and then I was like, oh, the bungalows at Polynesian, and then David took that one, and then I said, what about the cabins?
No.
And then Jen said that one.
Oh,
So,
Everything.
so I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to say, you know what, those are all nice and stuff, and I'll just stay in each one at some point. But world tour, a week in all Disney resorts.
Ooh.
You just go back to back to back to back
That's a good one.
around the world.
nice.
I mean,
That's a good one.
that's a little better than the bungalow and the
Yeah, for sure.
cabin and
That's
Nice.
fantastic idea.
yeah, world tour, the Disney World Tour.
I've always wanted to see if I can map it out and do all 6 parks in like 3 days, because I've heard like 3 days is kind of the record.
Yeah.
Just to see if it can be done. Obviously, everything has to work so perfectly. My
Yeah,
one goal that I have set for myself, and I'm going to do this in the next 10 years, is hit both West Coast and East Coast parks on the same day.
oh, that'd be cool.
I just
mean,
think
it's
that would be
doable.
thrill, and I think that would be awesome for the agency to be able to follow along on that. That would be really cool. And so, doing a couple of rides in each, and then I don't know, I just think it'd be awesome. Hit all like 8 parks in one day.
There were people who did that when the 24-hour thing was out.
That's
Yeah,
possible. It's possible. We'll
It's
see.
possible.
We'll see. I'm going to need you to subsidize that too, Jen. If you can hop on. that.
Subsidizing a lot of things at this point.
Maybe you need to call Marcy in on this. Maybe she could help us out. Chris, what's next on your list?
Well, I would like a cruise as well. But I'm gonna do a Disney cruise, Europe, Atlantic crossing, Panama
Oh
Canal,
my gosh.
Oh.
up to Alaska.
How long would that take?
I don't know.
Wow.
But I would be so fat by the end of it. I can tell you that.
That's a lot of boat.
That is a
lot of
cruising.
It's a lot of boat, a lot of
You
cruising.
get tired of being on a boat for that long, though? I mean, obviously there'd be
I
excursions,
did.
ports and
I
stuff.
did a 2-week one before. I did a 2-week
Yeah.
cruise before, and I was not tired of that.
Wow.
I'll tell you
Oh.
that.
Disney
So-
cruise for 2 weeks. That's kind of like a dream. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh,
That's-
Disney! It was kind of a Great Britain, like Scotland, Ireland 2-week cruise that we
Love it.
did
Love
with
that.
Disney on the Magic. It was so nice.
He
It
even
was
saw
so
his
good.
family's castle.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
did you?
Stirling Castle.
Castle.
Yeah, we
Wow.
went to Stirling Castle. I had traced our ancestry back through my mom. One of our ancestors, she lived at that castle at one point.
Oh my
we
gosh.
went-
Which will probably be one of the first episodes of I Am Legend because
Yes.
Stirling
That
Castle
is
is one of the most
awesome.
haunted castles in Europe.
That is,
That is
awesome.
true.
and
That is
they
true.
love to perform concerts there because they
Yeah.
were building a stage. And
Oh
and
my
now,
God.
and now you're a lord
Yes,
I am
Well,
a lord.
He is a lord
in
now.
land
I
near
am-
the castle, right?
yeah, I have land near the castle in Scotland. My wife.
How big? How big? How
Is
much
that what
land?
about that 1 foot by 1 foot little piece of land?
It's a 1x10.
I love it.
It's a 1x10. You may address me as Lord. Well, that was my birthday present this year.
He
My-
does put the Chris in Christmas. That's right.
That's
He's
right.
a lord.
Yes, it's my,
He's
For
a
my
lord, not the
40th
lord.
That's right. Yeah.
yes, for my 40th birthday, I became a
little L.
lord in Scotland.
That's awesome.
He
Well,
doesn't
I
let
am
us forget it.
I'm a guy who loves to
Oh.
have stuff on his shelf, things that don't really matter and things that just pile up. Again, back here, I got Funkos and there's DVDs and all up here Star Wars stuff. If you can't see everything, but I found this online and this retails for a little more than some of the stuff I've thrown out here. It's a piece of collectible Disney memorabilia. It's a Walt Disney book, actually written by Robert D. Field, and it's inside of it. It's called The Art of Walt Disney. Inside of it is got a Walt Disney drawing. He drew it. It's actually got From One M to Another, Best Wishes from Walt Disney. He drew Mickey here. He signed it and everything. This retails for around $300,000.
Ooh.
Wow.
But I just thought it would be extremely, extremely cool to have. Just on the shelf, something. I mean, I would like put one of those cases around it, like you put around like memorabilia that you don't want people to touch. One of those lights that shines on it, with like laser pointers and everything for people kind of trying to steal my book. It looks really cool. I've seen it online. I don't know what it retails for now, but in this particular article I'm looking at, it's $300K. And it basically, it's got Mickey Mouse and Donald Duck together in the same sketch, and it's one of the only pieces of art that Walt Disney ever did that has that in there, and it's cool looking. It really is cool.
Nice.
So yeah, if one of y'all could get on that'd be great. Jen, perfect. Yeah,
Oh yeah,
We could-
another one I'm
we-
subsidizing.
yeah,
Got it.
sure, why not?
Chris could probably draw it, and
Yeah, we could just
we could just
We
say
could fake
it's-
it. We could fake it.
fake
It'd be
it.
great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've got like
yeah.
I've got like Burn Bomb's
Do that
official
for you.
guide from like 2009.
I mean,
You
what
could
could
just
be
sign on
wrong?
that. It would be like almost the same thing.
That's right.
What could go wrong?
All right, Jen.
Well, mine's like cheap after that. I mean, not cheap, but I want a life. I want a life size R2D2. It's like around
Oh.
25,000. I just
Yes.
want the life size one. I mean, when I visited Galaxy's Edge for the first time, he tried to come home with me. I invited him. He was following me. The cast members were like, "You can't go," and he was just like, "Whatever, I'm going with her." I
Cursed at them and his beep beep beeps. and-
yeah, I mean, I didn't fully understand what he was saying to them, but
Mhm.
basically he was like, "No, I'm going with her." And
It's a lot of cursing. He curses
Yeah,
a lot.
he's
Yeah.
a mouth like a sailor.
yeah, I mean, he and I were gonna work on that, but
He
you know what?
beeps like
It's
a sailor.
fine. So, yeah, RTDG.
Now I do know that, and I don't know. One of you guys probably could help me on this, but I know that there is a Lego, like R2D2, a large
There's a
one. I don't know
Lego
if
one?
life size or whatever, but you can build like a Lego R2D2. It's
Really?
maybe not probably a 3 foot. It's probably something smaller than that, but there are Lego R2D2s out there, which would be cool. But yeah, life size.
No, I want a
R2D2 would be
working
great.
R2D2 working.
Full
Well, you can also
AI.
put Roombas on his feet too, so you can just roll around the house and just like, clean as he goes. That'd be awesome.
Oh, this is. Maybe I could get a Roomba that looks like R2D2. That could be.
Stack up about
You
12
get-
of them. So.
Get DJ
He-
Roomba, Ryan.
Yeah, he
DJ
is my
Roomba.
favorite.
DJ room.
All right, let's finish these lists up. Catron, what's last there on your list?
All right, so the last thing on my list is a day at each of the 4 parks at Disney World, but it's just me and my family and friends.
Oh, there we go.
Parks are rented out.
Each day at each one. So.
Private park time.
Yeah.
I could go for that.
See,
Yes.
honestly, I wouldn't even need that much. Just clear out the land that I'm in.
Yeah.
Honestly, like, because if there's 10 of us, like I'm
Yeah.
treating our agency. There's 29 of us there hanging out. We don't need to be like in Fantasyland. If we're over Tomorrowland, let's hang out at Tomorrowland till lunch, and then we'll go to Fantasyland. I think everybody's fine with that.
Clear them out.
We'll
Yeah.
we'll let the cast members know, hey, we're heading to Fantasyland now. Clear them out. We'll be over there in about 20 minutes, and just that's fine.
Then everybody's looking at you. They're like standing at the barricades. They're like, "Who's coming?
Right.
Coming?
That's right.
Who is
I
it?"
like-
Are they
we're friends of Josh
famous?
tomorrow. We're friends of Josh tomorrow. Josh
I like-
David Dollar and Jim Novotny.
I just like that you're
Paparazzi!
I just like you're forcibly moving people from,
Yeah.
from each of these
That's
parks.
awesome.
Like they're in line, they're about to get on. No, I'm sorry.
Sorry.
$80.
Move along.
You
Move
gotta go.
along.
We gotta get these people
Tomorrowland.
out. They
We
can't
just
see
cleared out
people.
Fantasyland. Everybody's in their fantasy. Oh no, we have to go back now because we forgot to write 7 doors. Let's go back again.
Yeah.
Okay?
Clear the land.
You're walking in the park. I'm sorry. Did I see someone else in this area? Please remove them.
Please.
What we
Remove
would
them
do
now.
though is we would tell Jen that most of them are guests of the All Stars, and she'd be like, "Oh, well, they don't need to be here anyway. Then come on, move. That's fine."
Are they even real Disney
Them
guests?
removed.
Like exactly what that is. What is that? What is that, Dan? Ryan, what's last on your list there?
All right. I'm not going to be picky, but I'll give some prices of the ones that I've found. A screen used lightsaber. I mean, I'll take any one of them, but I mean, there's a Luke Skywalker one that sold from episode 4, sold for $240,000. I mean, I'd take that
Surprised it's not
one.
more than that, actually.
I know.
Yeah,
I know.
yeah, actually, I'm pretty sure.
That was from a private collector's, Gary Kurtz. He's a movie producer. His collection. It sold for that. But one from the actual movie that I could just sit on my shelf and just, like you, David, have a light shining on it,
Yep.
and maybe music playing behind it or something. I don't know, but that would be
coordinate,
cool.
and the light from the lightsaber would actually shine on the book that I have on display.
Yes.
That would be
There we
perfect.
go.
What if it's just like the digital version they use for their 3D?
No.
Like, it's just they could put it like in an NFT.
All right, let me change it from the original trilogy. Not this. I don't want one from The Last Jedi.
I want the one that IAmGeek used in the Attack of the Clones. I want Joey Fatone's lightsaber.
I'll take from New Hope, Empire, or Return of the Jedi. Any of those. I don't want the prequels. I don't want the sequels. I want the original, one of the original lightsabers.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That was a good addendum to that
Yeah.
one. Honestly. That was smart.
Dang it! I was gonna get you a digital copy from ILM. That was...
I mean, you still can if you want.
No. You
Best
put an
keep it.
addendum on
Storyboard.
there.
All right, Chris, what's last on your list there?
Well, I redid the attic, so I need to redo our backyard. Make it nice. Just really rock it out. A nice oasis, enchanted tiki room themed. With like a pool. We don't have a pool, so put a pool
You never
in.
go outside though. So
Grotto.
I know. But I don't go outside. But
But if you have this, you might.
if
go
I
outside.
had
Maybe.
that, and there was some covering, some nice, like
You can make a grotto
Yeah.
yeah,
and a
grotto,
waterfall.
yeah,
With a real-life
waterfall,
mermaid.
with the enchanted tiki birds out there and everything.
Mermaid
Yeah,
Dole
skeleton.
Whips.
maybe a Dole Whips, of course, like a
Oh.
Dole Whip stand. I mean,
course,
you have to have a
obviously.
Dole Whip
course.
stand, and throw in some Lilo and Stitch stuff out there too.
Instead of
I
Aloha
mean,
Isle, it would be Aloha Street. And that was
Yeah.
just
Oh.
very nice.
Mhm.
That is My Yard Goes Disney to the Extreme, which is pretty awesome. Love it.
Oh yeah,
Love that.
that'd be good.
Nice.
So in my Lego room, it's going to be big enough that I obviously want to have a place to sit, maybe to
Yeah.
entertain guests and things like that. And what better way to have places to sit than like a little booth kind of area kind of set up,
Yeah.
What better way to have a booth than to have a 1960s era Tomorrowland people mover from the Disney parks.
Very nice.
It actually has Weedway Company written on the side.
Yes.
Weedway Speedway written on the side. And you can buy 2 of these currently for $441,500. Now, I don't know where I would put these cars. They literally would fill up this entire room. I guess I could stack some of the stuff here behind me on top, whatever. Or maybe I could sit in it while I'm podcasting. That'd be fantastic.
Yeah.
Also, I'm not sure that my wife would allow that. That might be a little more than she'd want.
Let me talk
But
to her. I mean, I think
You
it's worth
should.
it.
You really should. You really should.
You might as well build on a room while you're at it, and you'll have.
Well, exactly. Since we're building the house, might as well make room for the Parland, the Weedway people over. She loves the ride. I don't know why she'd be opposed to it. But no, they're vintage cars from the Disneyland park. Back before they took it out, obviously. But yeah, it would just be cool to own those. It'd be cool to have those somewhere, or even one of them for $220,000 or something. I guess maybe they're sold in a pair. But they got the covering on top and everything, and it's just the benches and stuff, and it's really cool. So yeah, that's my Christmas list right there. It's a Tomorrowland People Mover car, vintage. Jen, the final spot on your list.
Final spot on my list. I would like a week at the signature Disneyland Resort Suite. Preferably the Mickey themed penthouse. That's I mean, because why not? It's amazing. And it's got multiple rooms. It's got plenty of space. And it's at like one of my favorite hotels, the Disneyland Hotel.
Right.
I see no reason. I mean, it's multiple thousands of dollars a night. But it's got like, I'm pretty sure you get like concierge service with it. And I love Disneyland Resort. And I just want to stay there for a week.
I think it works. I don't
know exactly what the price tag on that would be, but
by that point, it doesn't matter. If you have to ask, it doesn't matter.
Exactly.
I mean, let Brady deal with that. He's fine. He can get the check. He can sign the bill, leave the tip. He's good.
It's just fine. I mean, we got to tour it also whenever we were in Disneyland in 2020, right before the world shut down.
Wow.
January 2020.
What's fun about these lists too is that obviously I've got several collectibles on mine, but there's a lot of travel experiences on these lists. Like Jen, 3 of your 5 are travel like experiences. Like Nothing Home. Catron had a couple on his, and there's cruises, and there's times on yachts and things like that. And so I love it. Not just give me something, give me a stuff. It's also I want to go do this. I want to hit all the parks in one day, and I want to take a 6-month-long cruise from the North Iceland all the way to Australia and back again.
In Alaska.
Yeah. Love it. Love that. All right, so we got a few things to talk about here as we finish up this episode. First of all, we have a new Facebook group out there, and which is really funny. This is okay. So there's a guy out there that I know that we actually, Ryan and I both know him now. His name was Warren. He created the very first on Facebook, very first and really the biggest in the world octopus fan group. And from that group, he's been able to do all sorts of cool things with it. I mean, just like he gives speeches and he works with aquariums. There's some stuff going on there. So when Warren is giving his speech at this conference that Ryan and I are both at, Ryan looks at me and he's like, "Was that easy?" And I was like, "Apparently so. He just created the group and it went from there. That's it. Yeah." So later on that night, I get this. I'm sitting at my desk and I'm doing some work because we're always working, and I get this random group request and it's like, "Join this group." And the group is called Bibbidi Bobbidi Poo, the bathrooms of Disney World. Yeah. And I was like, this looks amazing. And I clicked on it, and sure enough, Ryan had created Bibbidi Bobbidi Poo, the bathrooms of Disney World. Now, we're going to have a bathroom-themed episode, I think, one day in the future, because I think that would just be fun.
That would be amazing.
We'll definitely have you on to talk about that. But, Ryan, Bibbidi Bobbidi Poo, what are we even looking at here? Is it just pictures of toilets, or what's happening here?
No, it was more. Yeah, I need to start posting more on it. I've been traveling so much. I'm starting back. I'll start back, but Christmas just gets everything crazy. Yeah. So for years I went to Disney World, and there was a lot of times where most of my trip was spent in bathrooms because of some medical conditions, and I'd always wanted to inform people about who have suffer from stuff like me about the possibilities in the restrooms of Disney World where they could take care of their business. And I wanted to write a book, and hopefully one day I still will. But I decided, this is a good way to get it started by making this Facebook group where we can have fun laughing about the bathrooms, but also learn some stuff about all the restrooms in Disney World. make jokes about it, but also, inform people about when you need to go, where to go
Right.
when you're at Disney World. So we have fun with it, but
and everybody can share tips or what they like, and it's not just Ryan saying all this. It's a community, right?
Yeah,
You're building a
right.
community.
Yep.
Yeah. So it's it's new, so it's slow growing, but hopefully one day we'll be the largest restroom group on
Somebody said
Facebook.
This is not my favorite group, but it's my number 2.
Or 2, yeah.
I got to post, hey, I've been looking around. This place is a dump. The humor, as you would expect, especially from a bunch of boys, total potty humor, literally, which is
it's
a fun site,
hilarious.
and folks out there, it is a clean site, so just don't think you get on there and it's gonna be not
just
gonna be
like the bathrooms at Disney.
Yeah.
I love the rating system
Clean.
that we've come up with, giving it like 1 out of 5 brown stars.
Yeah.
I think it's spectacular.
That's awesome. That's fantastic. So, and finally, and I guess we go back to Ryan for this too. You make kyber crystals, and what I think is pretty amazing. Kyber crystals, for those out there who have no idea what we're talking about, it's not something you put in your drink to stir up, for whatever. It's not something at Space 220, although it should be. It's basically a piece that you use in the lightsaber experience when you build the lightsaber, not the $30 one you build in Star Tours, but like the $219 one you build. And you have a kyber crystal that kind of powers it, kind of makes it go. And exactly. And Ryan creates them, and they work in the lightsabers. Do you do special orders? Do people contact you, or is it just a hobby? Do you sell them? How does this work?
I have a shop on Etsy right now because that's the easiest way to get a shop.
Right.
Called IAmGeek Shop. So I was just trying to keep everything easy for me.
Right.
Same name. So if you just scrunch it all together, IAmGeek Shop all together on Etsy, you'll see all the kyber crystals that I have available right now, and there continue to be more and more that I'm working on. And they all have some kind of theme, because the ones at Disney, basically, I don't think I have one laying around here. The ones from Disney are basically a chunk of plastic that they're cool looking. But I was like, I could probably make these cooler, and I reverse engineered how they did it. Like, how did they make this work? Figured out how to make it work, and then I started making my own designs. So I have one that looks like sort of a piece of a tree, and so for their nature lightsaber from Savi's, it goes really well with that. And then I have a light side and a dark side version, and they all have a story to them. So they come with a little card that tells a story. So like the gnarl tree is the one that looks like the tree, and the gnarl tree is a tree from Empire Strikes Back. When Luke walks into that cave looking thing, to confront his fear, which is Darth Vader, it's called the gnarl tree, the cave of evil. So it looks like that. I actually have one of those laying here. If you're watching on YouTube, I think this is on YouTube. So that's the gnarl tree.
That is awesome.
And then there's the there's a light side version that represents the tree that is found in the Jedi Temple. And that one's coming back into version 2 soon, because it was, when I did that one, it's sold out like within a day. So they're all limited edition. So if you don't get them, then they're just gone forever. But they come with a little card, and they're a little different. I am working on something brand new that I can't even reveal yet, that I figured out by playing around with the lightsaber that nobody else has figured out yet. So they'll all have a new
Love it.
product hopefully coming out.
And they have RFID tags in them, right?
It's the Force. What are you talking about?
But that's what makes it work with the lightsaber. So it
works with the lightsaber, and it works with the
voices.
holocron. So if you put in the holocron, it'll have a voice in it.
I love it.
Talks.
I think that's just really cool.
Yes, and I am like super excited for when I build my lightsaber.
Yeah, and I'm working on one for you guys. So we'll see.
I love that. I think that's fantastic.
See if it comes out.
I love it. It's a cool thing. It really, really is cool. I mean, you're not boring like these other guys. You actually do stuff, which is cool.
Yeah. I don't have my name on movies and video games and stuff.
I made a gonk droid. Lights up.
That's funny.
It looks really nice.
It is.
Oh, David, I made one. I was going to tell you this anyways. my father-in-law loves Alabama football, and I made an Alabama football copper crystal that has the big A in the middle of it.
My wife would love that.
Yeah.
She doesn't know what a copper crystal is, but she'd love the big A. So.
Yeah.
Like Roll Tide.
That's the most evil crystal ever made.
It is.
Pretty much.
The darkest.
Too bad it wins everything. So.
Oh.
So that is our show, folks. This has been a lot of fun talking about our Christmas list and everything. And Christmas is a couple of days away, so I hope you guys have a wonderful, merry Christmas. First of all, the Geeks, where can we find you guys? I'll let whoever wants to speak up tell me a little bit about the show real quick, where we can find the show and find you guys online. Please.
Do you want me to take it, or you guys got it?
Do it. You got it.
Do it. Okay. IAmGeek, all one word, like IAmGroup. Just squish it all together. That's the easiest way to find us. Anywhere you listen to podcasts and on YouTube, IAmGeek Show on YouTube. So just type in youtube.com/IAmGeek Show. We do it live mostly every Thursday, but we're taking a little break for Christmas, but we'll be back the first of the year. And you can join our group on Facebook called IAmGroup, where we just sort of continue the conversation that we have on the episodes. And we have guests from animation and YouTube and other podcasts on all the time. And we like to have fun and laid back. And that's where you can find all of our stuff. And then IAmGeek Shop on Etsy. And then if you want a t-shirt, Catron, where do you get those t-shirts?
Shop.spreadshirt.com/IAmGeek.
Yeah.
I am shirt.
I am sure. But if you forget all of this, you can just go to IAmGeekShow.com and there's links to everything there. So
Yeah, we'll put
Perfect.
the links to a lot of the stuff on the show
Yeah.
notes for this particular episode. If you go to the MSCpodcast.com, you can find all the show notes there. And click on go down, find these guys, click on one of their faces. It'll take you directly to their website as well. We'll have that set up as usual. And so this has been fun. Jen, where can we find you online as well to follow all your New Year's trips coming
Oh,
up?
yes. You can find me at Upon a Star Jen. And then my personal Instagram is at Jen_Novotny. It's been pretty quiet this month because it's been crazy.
Crazy.
But
It's been
when I
crazy
travel,
month.
I'm fantastic about posting.
Well, she posts all the time because she's traveling every other weekend. So, you know.
But if I'm just at home working, you guys would get bored watching me just do this at my computer constantly, which is basically what I'm doing.
We're not asking you to put up a live stream or anything. We just want to.
Look at my view from my desk today.
I'm
it's
Jen.
the
You want to
same
see
view
me
today.
work. So, find me online at The Magic on a Dollar on Instagram. Find me at Magic on a Dollar and Disney on a Dollar on Facebook. And of course, find the show at The MSE Podcast. That is the phrase that pays Magic Love and Pixie Dust. Use that phrase on .com. That's our website. At Gmail. That's our email. You can email us about whatever you think. Find us, of course, all the streaming places, all the streaming platforms. We'd love 5-star reviews because 5-star reviews are the very best reviews. That's the only. I think it's the only reviews allowed. So I think just go ahead and hit 5 stars and go from there.
Smart.
It's really all
Yeah.
it's good yet. So guys, this has been fantastic. This has been fun. I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful Merry Christmas, and thanks for coming
Merry
back.
Christmas. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
We will talk to you guys soon. Thus ends episode number 84 of the Main Street Electrical Podcast, and don't forget to thank your Phoenicians.
Thank you for listening to the Main Street Electrical Podcast. You can find us on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook at the MSE Podcast, or visit our website at themsepodcast.com. Be sure to subscribe, and may all your wishes come true.